combatants. So right now, you're being aggressive, right? So you're violating my Third Amendment right because I'm quartering with an enemy combatant.
It is what it is. We're all sick from disinformation. We all live for twisted sensations. Kids are safe, but too well behaved to feel. Never heal with the fakes. Go make something real. What if what you've always believed in was not considered treason? Is this what we doing, writing news with no meaning? Take it or leave it, the way you see it is the end result. Angels and demons.
What's up? Hope everyone's having a great day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. All right, guys, so today we're going to take another look at Kyle Canty, Moorish Knowledge TV. You guys know him as that legal guy. This is the same individual that wanted to leave America and go to Canada, was denied. This is the same guy that went into a Target and was complaining and whining that the socks were behind the glass and just going off on them about that. He's done many things. He's the same guy that has this issue with TriMet. So you already know this is going to be quite interesting. Well, this one, he apparently is trying to gain access to a library during COVID times. Now we all know with COVID going on, everything's different. In this particular college he is trying to gain access to right now, they're controlling their access and they're requiring you to go get an ID card to come in. Now, him not being a student, he has to go through a little different process, and this is a process that he went through.
So the first floor is open, so the library is open. So people are sitting in the library. We have affiliates of the college, students and non-students. They're in there right now. I just came from there. So Friday, I go back to them. I say, look, the card is lighting up green, but doesn't open up anything. They say, give us some time. I go back on Saturday. I'll go back on Sunday. The card still doesn't work.
Let me see your card, Brooklyn.
You know, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this in a minute because they sent me over here pretty much.
ID services did?
Yeah, that's why I'm over here. So, I'm gonna let him check what he checks.
Yeah, I can still hear you, bud.
Okay, so he's sitting at the computer right now. He's checking some stuff out. I gave him the ID card. So in reality, I'm talking to the supervisor of ID services via email. Now they're telling me, which doesn't make any sense to me. They're telling me now the sponsor has to contact public safety. I need to contact public safety along with the sponsor. I understand it says contract person. That's not the issue. They knew that way ahead of time. The sponsor filled out the form. He put contract on the actual form. That's not the issue. They apologized to me. They said, we're sorry. We gave you the wrong card is what they said in the email.
The wrong card?
Exactly.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. I said, what do you mean you gave me the wrong card? We gave you the wrong card. I'm like, how can you give me the wrong card when you had my ID number way before I even came to you? You contacted me and told me to come over there and get my picture taken. So now, when I dug a little bit further in the situation, they're now telling me that the sponsor has to contact campus security.
So I can't speak on behalf of ID services.
Okay.
Different department, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
What I do know is that, generally the sponsors, or even if you're a student and you need a certain access, the teacher does need to send us access request form for that student. I'm pretty sure it's the same with sponsors too. If you give me like 5 minutes, I can ask someone.
Yeah, but also I came to. Oh, you want to hold on to the card?
I want to show them.
Okay. Also, I just think it's a little bit weird because when I got the email was kind of condescending from ID services. They're like, you're not a student. I'm like, no shit, I'm not a student. That's not the issue here. But I think it's like overkill if people have to go through campus security to gain access to their own building. So taxpayer dollars paid for this campus. That's what I mean by their own building. And if they already agreed that I'm an affiliate of the college, they already gave me the ID number. I have literal access to the computer system. I can log in and everything. So why are they going overboard with ID? Now, the building, because of coronavirus, is limited access to the library. The library is still open, right? But they switched it to, you must have that ID card. That's why I requested the ID card to begin with. Because before, I was able to get in with no problem. They made this difficult for themselves, but other non-students are over there right now, affiliates, or they want to use the word contracted, whatever. They're over there. Their card actually works, no problem. It just seems like when she sent me the email, it seemed a little bit condescending that I have to go through campus security to gain access to a college. This is not a security issue.
But it is. All access
How?
runs through us.
Just to go to the library?
Yeah, all access.
All access run through you guys.
Yeah, every student, every access. So a student can get this card, but it doesn't automatically open things. It has to run through us to have the access.
That's the part that's weird, but like, why put me through this? Doesn't ID Services actually know? They're the one who gave me the card.
But I can't speak for them.
So now I want to know, because I see non-students like affiliates. When I say non-students, I mean affiliates of a college. They may be sponsored. They have access to all the buildings. They don't have any problem. They go to the gym. They go to the library. Well, of course not right now. But if it wasn't for the coronavirus, they had access to everything with the card. So, like, I feel like it's kind of overkill to limit, or not limit. This is the coronavirus, so this situation doesn't really count. But this seems to be a process that they're picking and choosing what student has access to what building. If you're a regular student, though, you need access to all of the buildings because your classes are all in the building.
Not necessarily.
Really?
So do you need access on this to get into dorms?
No, but this is the thing.
So and that's
Where are your dorms at? Are your dorms anywhere around like this actual? Yeah. So you physically go through every student and see what they need access for, instead of the student just having access to the campus. So even students don't have access to their own campus, is what you're telling me.
you have access to what you need.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do agree that a lot of classes are in these
I'm not a
buildings.
dispatcher, right?
Okay, you're just
I
a
don't make the
dispatch.
rules, I don't make the regulations. I'm just telling you that if you're in the English department, and all you're taking is English classes, why would you need into the science buildings?
Oh, really? Okay, so
I'm just saying.
okay,
That's what-
I get your logic, but this only happens in Portland because at all the rest of the universities and colleges, even if you're a student, non-student, affiliate,
Let me grab someone who can help you. Again,
Go
I'm
right
not a
ahead.
dispatcher. I'm just telling you what
unbelievable. So I had to get all of this on video because if I did not get this stuff on video, no one would actually believe me.
Yes, can I help you?
Yeah. So your access control. So you're the person who determines access, correct?
Well, I don't determine access. You're not a student, correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
I'm an
Then you
affiliate of
should-
the college.
I don't know who gave you that student badge,
Yeah.
but that's the wrong ID.
Correct. They notified me. So the situation is this. I'm sponsored. So the chair of the Black Studies Department sponsored me.
Okay.
So we reached out for this ID
Okay.
because PSU changed the rules. They start locking up buildings, and that's what the problem was. So I have an ID number. I have access to the computer system here, like I'm supposed to, because I'm an affiliate of the college, right? So now I just got this on Friday. So they said the sponsor, he filled out the form. I looked at the form. It says contracted on the form, contracted on the form.
But they gave you a student ID badge. So
Correct. So they messed up.
So
I
you
get
need
that.
to go back to ID card services and get a new ID badge with contractor on it.
Correct. I'm going to do that. However, once they emailed me, because we're going back and forth via email, I said, well, wait, you had me to come over there Friday.
Okay, let me stop you. That's ID card services.
Oh,
I don't
no.
have anything to do with that.
Oh no, yes you do, because they told me that then me and the sponsor has
Okay,
to reach
sir.
out to you guys.
Okay, I'm telling you, this is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
You have a student ID badge. You need to go to ID card services.
Mm-hmm.
Get a contractor ID badge because you're not a student.
Correct.
That's where you need to start.
Okay, but you're not hearing me. They also told me that me and the sponsor has to reach out to campus public safety.
When they give you an ID badge
Mm-hmm.
up there, all they have to do is call us and access, because you'll only have access to the library
Correct.
and FMH.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get a faculty ID badge, they're open from 12 to 2 today.
Mm-hmm.
Say you need to call campus access request so
Mm-hmm.
they can put access on the badge. Access will be put on the badge.
So it's a phone call.
It's a phone call.
Okay, so does my sponsor need to send that phone call?
No, ID card services will call us.
Okay.
And say access needs to be put on the badge, but you need to make sure that your sponsor gave them the right information.
He put contractor on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they made a mistake. Then you need to go up there and let them know that you made a mistake. That you
Well,
need
they
to-
let me know that they made the mistake. They let me know.
Oh, well, then you just need to call them and get it back.
But see, what they also said was, this is where it got confusing now. They then said, well, you need to contact your sponsor. I'm like, the sponsor already filled out the form. I actually seen the form that he filled out. It says contractor on there. So they admit that they messed up, but then they say the sponsor needs to contact campus security.
Just go get a badge, have them. They'll call us, and access will be put on the contractor badge.
And exactly what you said, I need access to that library. I do a lot of legal work
Yeah.
in that library. That's where I'm really trying to go.
Okay, then you need to go get a contractor ID badge.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
So YouTube, you guys saw it for yourself. So what we have here is we have a college that can at will be racist against their own students and or affiliates or non-students. And the way that they can do that is by blocking your access. I don't really believe that's really a safety issue. It's not really a safety issue. That's more of a control issue. And with
All right, so there you guys go. Yeah, video could have been a lot shorter, but he just wanted to go off. And I honestly sometimes think maybe he likes the sound of his own voice. He just wants to be heard, because he kept telling the same thing. They kept telling, look, you got the wrong ID, man. Then he was trying to argue with them the fact that, well, why are you controlling access? And he kind of answered himself, well, it's COVID, this doesn't really count. It's COVID, man. They want to make sure everyone's safe. They're controlling access. They can do that. They're doing it through ID systems. You can still get access. You just got to get the right one. Yeah, they made a mistake. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're racist like he was implying. No, not even close. I didn't see inkling of any kind of racism towards him in this video. It was simply they made a mistake. They gave him a student ID when he should have got a sponsor ID. He can't just leave that alone, because obviously he can't, because he can't even leave alone the fact that socks were behind behind glass. Or, you know, this of course is the same guy that was in the Louis Vuitton store and Apple store just saying, oh, look at you blah blah blah. So this guy's just he's out there. So it could have been a lot shorter of a video, but went in and said, hey, this is what happened. They told me to come here. What's up? And they would have told him, like they did. Oh, well, you know, you got the wrong ID card because you're not a student, you know, and just go over there and get it changed. That wasn't good enough for him. The guy kept telling like 2, 3, 4 different times. He finally got it through his head that, okay, I just need to go there and change it. And I'm assuming everything went smoothly from there, because there is no other altercations or videos about this. So I'm assuming that he got his ID, and he is currently, maybe even as we speak, doing legal research, because he is, of course, the legal guy. What do you guys think of the whole situation? Did you guys see any kind of racism on anybody's part in that video? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and we will see you again on another video. All right, guys, peace.